Hello and welcome to Ryno's Ravens preview. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. So welcome back. Bye week, so several days off, at least as far as Ravens videos for me. Hopefully the Ravens, coaches and players, use the bye week efficiently because there are some things that they needed to fix. For one, they needed to get healthy, and few areas needed to be fixed. Probably mostly special teams. But let's start with the injuries. You can see I'm on BaltimoreRavens.com. This is their little injury report page on the website. Probably a few more names than I was expecting, but very few names. Rashad Bateman is still on here. Knee issue, but full participant Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Nothing listed as his game status, so I'm kind of wondering why. It must be the website, right? Like the website didn't update. Because if he a full participant Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, coming off a bye week, got nothing for the game status, should his name even be on the list? But it is, so I'm talking about him. Remember, he did exit the game against the Eagles with this knee, so looking like he's good to go now. That bye week really helped him. Adisa Isaac, rookie outside linebacker. We've seen him a few plays, not a whole lot. He's flashed a little bit. I mean, a nice deflection, a nice tackle for a loss. That's about it. Like he's played like 30 plays this whole year. Dude, he's got a bit of a hamstring issue. Nothing listed for Wednesday. Didn't participate Thursday. Limited Friday. Game status is questionable. So, Sanasi Kane, another hamstring issue. Didn't participate Wednesday or Thursday. Limited Friday. Probably going to need him for depth because I'll get to an article in a minute. Sanasi Kane listed as questionable. Hopefully he's able to go. Michael Pierce. Yeah, an article mentioning this added to the 53-man roster. Supposedly they were on a bye week. Ravens were on a bye week, so they were making some moves. So there is no corresponding move here with Michael Pierce. Not exactly sure why. I didn't see it in the article as a reasoning why. Maybe some other thing. At the end, I'll get to one of the articles. That might have been why. One of the reasons, anyway. So, but dealing with that calf issue, been dealing with it for the past, 4 or 5 weeks-ish. Full participant Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. Still listed as questionable. And I wonder if that's because maybe as the time the last this was updated, I guess maybe he wasn't on a 53-man roster, but I got an article that says he is, so I don't know. It doesn't sound like he should be questionable, but, that's what this says. TJ Tampa, depth piece, special team gunner type kid. As Eric DeCosta says all the time, you can never have too many in his secondary, which is true because, Marcus Williams didn't like something about him. Or Darius Washington back there, but guys are injured, something. You need your depth. Tampa with an ankle issue, but full participant Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. But officially listed as questionable. Again, to a certain extent, roster spot is in question here. And maybe this guy's going to be able to make it to the game, or maybe he won't. So I think there is some logistical stuff here. Some of it is injury related, some of it's really not. Kyle Van Noy still on here, hamstring neck issue, but full participant Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. So, and nothing on the game status part. To look like Kyle Van Noy ready to go. So weird how, I don't know. Whatever, do you, I guess, You putting this information out. Alright, let's move on to this article written by Ryan Mink, editorial director. Ravens move Michael Pierce to 53-man roster. Look, they wouldn't do that if he was questionable. Maybe they would. But if he was still questionable was about 50-50, would they really take up a roster spot? I don't think so. I think he's got to be probable, right? Because if he's a full participant in practice for the last 3 days, and it's all about roster spot, then wouldn't it have been probable? Like, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing with their website. But whatever. Do whatever you want, even though I think it's wrong. This is why I say defensive back depth could come into question. Or Darius Washington, not injury related. It did say personal reasons, has not traveled with the team to New York. According to this article written by Clifton Brown, BaltimoreRavens.com staff writer, the team traveled Saturday, Washington not with them. Is he going to join them later? Not really talking about that again because personal issue. It's not injury related. Something happening. In the real world, away from the football world. As of 2-3 hours ago-ish? We're talking about it, which is fine. It's why you bring up Kane because you potential use there because you don't want Marcus Williams out there, apparently. Of course, you do have Bo Braid, maybe. Could be an option if Darius Washington. So, what the article to me implied was he has a personal issue right now. The team already traveled to New York. Could he meet them there tomorrow? He could. It hasn't been ruled out yet. But depends on what the issue is. Alright, next article. Get into some of the things that happened during the bye weekend. Justin Tucker. Because that's to me is... What is this article? Oh, that one. Okay. I feel like Justin Tucker and his issues is where they really needed to focus their attention during the bye week because how many kicks has he missed and how many games have they lost by one field goal? A few. And you know what? People have been mentioning. They lost by less than 3 against the Raiders. Tucker missed a field goal. They lost by less than 3 or I don't remember how many. What did they lose? We'll go to the schedule. We'll look at the numbers here. Yeah, see? They lost by 3 points to the Raiders. Tucker missed a field goal. They lost to the Browns. I don't think Tucker missed one there. Steelers. They lost to the Steelers by 2 points. Tucker missed at least one kick there. The Eagles. Yeah, they lost to the Eagles by 5 points, but Tucker missed 2 field goals and an extra point. So, in all actuality, how many games did Justin Tucker and his misses cost the Ravens? Well, to a certain extent, maybe if Lamar Jackson would have gotten off his ass, gotten another 5 yards and picked up the first down, maybe they wouldn't have had to trot Justin Tucker out there. But you know what? Your big $30+ million quarterback decided that he wasn't going to pick up the 5 yards. Okay. Because, yeah, that happened a few times. And it's like, Lamar, you could try running. You could. And even if you could only get 3 yards, it's 3 yards closer for Justin. But no. You want to throw some stupid pass, some stupid place. Okay. Whatever. So I'm just annoyed about everybody talking about how good the Ravens are. And it's like, bro, have you been watching the Ravens? They're not that good. I see a lot of problems with the Ravens. But whatever. And according to this article, you don't know players' schedules, right? Look, if you're going to be off for 2 weeks, and you're going to have a few practices, but the coach is going to be like, hey, you guys can go take 5 days and go somewhere and not show up for the practice facility. Or if you're like, hey, take 7 days off. And then, they kind of spread out. Go on a vacation or something. Well, Justin Tucker, according to this article, stayed around. Because he's in and out of the facility all 2 weeks they were off. Good. Because somebody in there needs to practice. Either your long snapper needs to start snapping the ball more straighter instead of, it curving away from Jordan Stout, the holder/punter. Jordan Stout, maybe you need to work on catching the ball and getting it back down the spot. Okay, you got to reach far out of there and catch the ball. But you got to get it to its spot. Or maybe, you know what? Don't worry about where the spot is. Just let Justin Tucker kick the ball. Get the ball down. If it's not exactly the right exact spot, Justin Tucker still can't kick the ball. I don't know. Whatever. But still, between the long snapper, the holder, and the kicker, they all need to work. Because don't tell me all that's Justin Tucker. I don't buy it. I don't buy it at all. Because I feel like we start having these problems this year or, last few games. It's, to me, Justin Tucker has been less accurate the last 3 years-ish. Sam Cook retired. Morgan Cox not invited back to the Ravens for some reason. And yeah, I've mentioned this before. But again, new long snapper, new holder. I don't know. Did miss a few kicks the past few years. Maybe Tucker coming in this season not happy with him. Let them know. New special teams coach. New rules for how you can block for these long snappers. Because new rules about whether you can or can't jump over the long snapper or what. I don't know. But it's come to a point where that unit it's costing you, it's cost you at least one game. At least one game. Between the Raiders, the Steelers, and the Eagles. It costs you at least one of those games. Gotta fix it. But you had 2 weeks here. That's like plenty of time, man. That's plenty of time. Plenty of time. But what do you do if they don't fix it? What do you do if it's not fixed? Yeah. Well, maybe you can try something like this. I'm not suggesting this particular thing that I'm going to show next, but maybe something like it. See, on this article by the Baltimore Ravens, more of an article written by the Baltimore Ravens, suspend Deontay Johnson for one game. It's an announcement made by Eric DeCosta. Comes from him because Bateman got injured in the game with the Eagles. Oh, hey, Johnson, get in there. Allegedly, Johnson was told to get in there, and Johnson didn't get in there. I don't know why. I don't know. It doesn't make sense. Really. Because, okay, you're on a team that doesn't like to throw the ball that much. Are you sure? Mark Jackson throwing the ball all over the place, and he really shouldn't be, but whatever. So, why didn't you go in? Because you don't want to be a wide receiver anymore? Okay, well, at the end of this year, well, good luck at getting a contract. But, however, no, I'm not saying that they suspend him, but they made a change on the roster, right? A change on the roster, maybe, between the long snapper, the holder/punter, and the kicker. It's sad that it may have come to that point, but maybe. All right, and the last thing I'll talk about before I talk to the schedule, talk about the scheduling. Well, actually, I'm talking about the scheduling here. This article written by Clifton Brown, BaltimoreRavens.com staff writer. I actually didn't read this article. I read the headline. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm going to talk about that. But probably not going to talk about much that Clifton Brown talks about in this article. But you see right there, Ravens going to be playing 3 games in the next 11 days. So yeah, this Sunday, and then, well, I'll just, go to the schedule here. This Sunday against the Giants. And then the 21st, Saturday, against the Steelers. Cool. And then Christmas Day, Wednesday. What? Yeah. Yeah, about that. Oh, okay. Cool, thanks. Well, that isn't a screw you to NFL players. And the NFL being like, we care about player safety. Oh, do you? Oh, okay. Here, go play a game Saturday and then go play a game Wednesday. Oh, well, we moved the game from Sunday to Saturday so you would have another day. Yeah, but it's Wednesday, dude. What the hell? What? Wow, really? It's terrible. What kind of bullshit is that? Most of us saw this when, the schedule came out. So it's not like we're just finding out about it. We've known this for a while. It doesn't make sense to talk about it week 1, but it makes more sense to talk about it now. Of course, just coming off a bye week. Yeah, it seems like a dumb stretch. It just seems stupid. Oh, well, we the NFL have to have a football game on Christmas Day. You do? Why? I honestly don't really want that. Why would I want that? I'm sure some people, don't have as much to do during the holidays, and that's somewhat sad for you. But, I have my side of the family, and if you have another half, you have their side of the family. And you know what? If your parents didn't stay together, now you have 2. So if you're with somebody that also has parents divorced, that's 4. So you got to visit with 4 families over the holidays. Some people ain't got time to be watching TV. It's okay. It's okay, fine, NFL, because you're so damn greedy. That's what it is. You can't make any mistake about it. That is what it is. The problem is they just won't say it. Why? Because, I don't know. They're just trash individuals, I guess. That's the point. You want to make so many rule changes and have referees call things like this and things like that and penalize this and penalize that because you want to make the game safer, which does make sense. Sure. Lots of people getting really injured playing football. But then you're like, oh, play a game Saturday and then play a game Wednesday. I'm sorry. That's counter to all that stuff you were doing with the rule changes and the officiating. It's counter to that. And why? Well, yeah. However, let's get into this logistical stuff and get out of here. This Sunday, yes, tomorrow, 1 o'clock. Ravens traveling up to New York, or I guess technically they're already there. MetLife Stadium playing the New York Giants. Yeah, you got to make sure you say New York Giants. So you can't just say, oh, they're traveling to MetLife. They're going to play a game up there. Well, which team are they playing? Because 2 teams share a stadium, which, okay. More money for you guys, right? Because you don't have to pay for a whole stadium by yourself. You're splitting it with another team. Kind of makes sense, but oh well. So that's going to do it for this edition of Ryno's Ravens Preview. Please stay tuned for Monday for the next edition of Ryno's Ravens Review, and I'll review the game between the Baltimore Ravens and the New York Giants. Please like the video and subscribe to the channel. I am the Angry Ryno. Fly Ravens fly.